What's going on there, guys, and welcome back to Celebrity Overdose. The actor's sister Dombrowski testified on Tuesday that Heard once labeled Johnny Depp an old fat guy and questioned why the French fashion giant Dior would ever want to deal with him. Christy Dombrowski, the first witness in Depp's defamation case against Heard, recalled the former couple's tumultuous relationship, claiming she was devastated when her younger brother married the actress. But was Johnny Depp's sister afraid of Johnny's life while married to Amber Heard? Keep watching this video to find out. But before we get started, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos going forward. Now let's see how Depp's childhood caused him to tolerate Heard's abuse. Depp's attorneys told the jury earlier on Tuesday that Depp's violent mother functioned as a role model for him, leading him to endorse similar alleged behavior by Heard. Christy Dombrowski said that their mother would scream and strike their conflict-averse father, who never responded. Depp's lawyers argue that the son and Heard would have the same dynamic decades later, with Heard portraying herself as a domestic violence sufferer. Heard made similar claims in favor of a restraining order she secured barely a year before her divorce from Depp in 2016. The paparazzi were drawn to the heated court processes, but the simmering scandal came to a boil in the aftermath of the #MeToo movement when Heard renewed the charges in a 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post. Depp and Heard are now defending and pursuing defamation claims connected to the allegations of abuse in a trial in Fairfax County, Virginia. Depp's sister describes his childhood home and trauma. Decades before the salacious and ongoing courtroom matchup, Dombrowski portrayed her younger brother as a shy, sweet little boy whose maternal model was a mother who teased him about his lazy eye condition by calling him One Eye. According to Dombrowski, Depp accepted the insults in stride without reacting in any bad manner. As a young kid, none of what was going on in our family felt nice, Dombrowski said. As I grew older, both Johnny and I were genuinely determined. Once we left, we were never going to repeat anything similar to our past. Both sought professions in the entertainment industry. She worked for his film production company as a production assistant and a partner. She told the jury that she worked closely with his agency, visited with studio officials and producers, and negotiated contracts. Depp's career took off with Pirates of the Caribbean around a decade after his leading part in the coming-of-the-age picture Once Eating Gilbert Grape. He became more identifiable after that. That figure, Dombrowski observed, referring to Captain Jack Sparrow, was liked by so many people. Heard and Depp's relationship was abusive from the beginning. The Rum Diary, a 2009 film in which Depp met Heard, was one of those career possibilities. Depp's attorneys claim she finally wooed him despite the fact that she was nearly 2 decades his younger. Dombrowski expressed her anxieties about their affair progressing, claiming that Heard would offend him. Why would they want to do business with you? Heard mocked when Depp stated he had a meeting with Dior. They're about elegance and flair, which you don't have, Dombrowski says. Depp and Heard married in 2015, but Dombrowski still had qualms since no prenuptial agreement had been written. I was terrified, Dombrowski said. I was truly horrified that it was going to happen. I attempted to persuade him to wait instead of hurrying. The trial revolves on a 2018 Washington op-ed in which Heard described herself as a victim of sexual assault. How Heard's allegation ruined Depp's career. Depp alleges that the op-ed harmed his reputation and career since it was generally understood that Heard was writing about their 5-year relationship. He's seeking $50 million in damages from Heard. When questioned about the essay, Dombrowski remarked, I feel there's a bad influence on anyone's career when there are changes as there have been. I know he doesn't want people to think that he could ever be that kind of guy, which he isn't. The aspect that disturbs him the most, she added, is that the charges of abuse trickled down to his children. Depp was somber as his sister talked about abuse. Throughout her testimony, the 3-time Academy Award nominee swung in his chair, fought back tears, closed his eyes at times, and looked down into his lap. Amber's teary-eyed testimony to the same effect. When seeing Depp cry at his sister's account of a brutal upbringing, one could be reminded of another occasion. Amber Heard's cheerful statement in court that ex-husband Johnny Depp sexually abused her and threatened her life was dubbed a performance by Johnny's representative. In response, Amber's team claimed that Johnny's case is unraveling and that he and his team are reverting to victim blaming. Johnny has filed a defamation suit against his ex-wife Amber, alleging that an article she published about surviving domestic violence affected his career and life. In the following days, fallacies in Amber's evidence will be emphasized during her cross-questioning, according to the statement. His truth, the truth, remains the same regardless of the context in which it's conveyed. Mr. Depp's team's future cross-examination will be revealing, highlighting the many falsehoods Ms. Heard has now sought to pass off as truth throughout her muddled evidence. In response to the remark, Amber's counsel said that Johnny's case is coming apart. As indicated by the statement recently issued, Mr. Depp's defamation action is coming apart so quickly that his counsel is switching from prosecutor to persecutor, the statement stated. They brag about how Mr. Depp's tale has remained unchanged. If that's the case, given that he lost the domestic violence restraining order and the libel case in the UK, he should explore a fresh strategy rather than the same technique of blaming the victim and refusing to accept responsibility for his own actions. Amber's publicist also chastised Johnny for not having the confidence to look at her in a statement made on her behalf. If Mr. Depp was actually innocent, why has he repeatedly apologized to Ms. Heard and pledged to put the monster away for good, the letter said. On the other hand, many have commented on Heard's fake tears as she switches expression every time there's an objection made by Depp's lawyers. Johnny has previously testified that he never mistreated or harmed Amber and that she was the one who tormented him throughout their marriage. They met on the set of the film The Rum Diary in 2010. They married in 2015, and after less than 2 years of their marriage, their divorce was completed in 2017. Did Dombrowski notice her brother's substance disorder? When asked about Johnny Depp's wedding to Amber Heard, Dombrowski continued, "I really tried to push him into waiting a little longer." According to Dombrowski, the Aquaman actress declined to sign a prenuptial agreement. The sister's assertion contradicts Heard's defense lawyers' claims that Depp chose not to sign a prenuptial agreement. With the wedding date nearing, there had been no progress on the prenuptial agreement. Depp never signed one because Heard refused, according to Dombrowski, and instead traveled to her brother's wedding in Los Angeles. Dombrowski claims that she has never seen Heard or Depp argue or get into a violent brawl. J. Benjamin Rottenborn, Heard's attorney, challenged the witness with text messages she sent Depp regarding his drug and alcohol usage during cross-examination. In a series of tweets, Dombrowski wrote, "Stop drinking, stop coke, and stop drugs." Dombrowski admitted to texting them, but she avoided admitting that Depp had a problem on the witness stand. She also refuted Rottenborn's claim that her brother's company and financial well-being were linked. "I realized the words were there," she said, "but I don't recollect the moment. I was definitely not kidding, but I may have been repeating what someone else had ordered me to write." Depp's team insisted that Dombrowski talk about their childhood and their mother, whom she described as physically and emotionally abusive. She said before the jury that Depp would never beat their mother and would often leave the room. And with that, we've officially come to the end of our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so you don't miss out on future videos going forward. If you enjoy the content, then let us know by leaving a like, and until next time, take care and goodbye.